So with that, I believe let's go the Super Bowl game. We have big game of the week besides the Packers and Commanders. We have the Eagles versus Kansas City's Chiefs. I am pumped for this one. Philadelphia being fair by 1.5 and the over-under being 47. I'll just go with it first. The Eagles get back. They get back two guys. No, they get two guys coming into this game. Jalen Carter and they get a Zadarius Smith. Jalen Carter, the idiot, hawking a loogie at the damn player, but he is in for this game. Zadarius Smith, they just signed him. From what I'm reading, he is going to play this game. He'll probably be on a snap count because he doesn't know the playbook, but they'll probably set him in for pass rushing situations. Did not like what I like. They're not giving the ball to AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, arguably the top three receiving room in the league. Love what I see from Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts played Superman. People forget the guy's a fantasy killer. If you got him in fantasy, he looked great against them. I want to see more from the defense. I do not. When I've been talking to other Eagles fans, I said, I got to rant about them a little bit here. I did not like. I knew that the second cornerback was going to be a problem for the Eagles. That's why they made that trade for Jackson for the Raiders to bring him in. And I believe either Howie will make a bigger trade come the few more games of the season to get another corner, or he's going to try to sign somebody that's out there and try to mix it up, or he's going to sign a slot corner and pit Cooper as an outside corner. But they did after the delay in the game with the Cowboys, they did stop the Cowboys. But like I said, the Cowboys could have won the game if Lamb catches those passes. So I ran around by my Eagles. We'll talk about the Kansas City briefly. What do you think about the Eagles for this game?
Yeah, I didn't like what I saw last week, but I do think Jalen Carter was a decent piece of that on the defense. Offensively, obviously they can still run the ball, and they don't need to throw sometimes. So the defense is the issue for me, but I think with Jalen Carter back, and with is Zadarius going to play? Do you know?
Yeah, they said he's gonna he will. He said in a press conference or an interview that he expects to play week 1, and he's probably gonna be on the snap count. But I figured they're gonna have him for pass rushing downs. Just hit in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, between that and the linebacker play from the Eagles, which looked awesome, I think that defense is going to be real stout against the Chiefs.
Right, and talk about the Chiefs here real quick. My buddy got to get at the Packer game, but
I got it in
um,
a other window over here, so I might be looking over it.
okay, awesome. We got to watch the Pack. We both took the Packers, baby. And I got some little bit of money riding on it. The Chiefs, they got not spanked, but their defense did not look good. Herbert threw all over them. Herbert 318 yards passing, 25 for 34, 3 touchdowns. And Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, he was passing the ball around. They were tearing them apart. They did get 2 stacks, their defense from Tranquil. That's about it. Patrick Mahomes looked great. He looked great. What I don't like about the Chiefs, which I don't know what's going on with a lot of teams not having great running back rooms, their running back room, I'm sorry, I don't think it's great. Patrick Mahomes should not lead your team in rushing. He had more carries than all the running backs. I am sorry that should not happen. Isaiah Pacheco, which I have never been a big fan of, and Kareem Hunt had 10 carries for 41 yards. That is terrible. Patrick Mahomes had 6 carries for 57 yards. Patrick Mahomes can run the ball as a quarterback, but he is not known as a running quarterback. He should not be leading your leading room. So I think it's going to bite him in the butt to have this kind of crappy of a running back room. Another big hit, Worthy. I know he didn't play that much time, but he is out. I know they said he kind of practiced, but he is not playing this game. Hollywood Brown actually looked good. 10 receptions for 99 yards. Travis Kelce, I don't know. I don't think he's not Travis Kelce anymore. He said he lost weight. He looks better. He feels better than ever. I'm sorry. I don't see it. 2 receptions, 47 yards. Don't kill me, Kansas City fans. I think he is slow as he was last year. That's what it is. I don't think he's good touchdown. That wasn't actually a good play. He got away, but I think it's a better play design than anything, but not Kelsey. But Kelsey Cotty made the touchdown. So my problem here, Adam. The vaunted dynasty, the kingdom, Kansas City. I'm sorry. I wasn't impressed by them in this game. The Chargers are nothing to seize about. I am not a Harbaugh fan. Everybody likes sticking their heads up Harbaugh's ass. Oh, he likes going Harbaugh. He's done this and that. He's never won a chip in the NFL, and his team had to cheat to win in Michigan. Okay, I don't want to hear it. When Harbaugh wins in the NFL, okay, I'll buy it then. I am sorry. I had too much Celsius. Okay, guys. I'll buy it then. Let me focus on the Chiefs here. Okay, the vaunted kingdom, the Chiefs. I don't like the running back room whatsoever. The left tackle, brand new guy for them, and they have two new offensive linemen. I'm not really buying it for them. All right, I ranted there. What do you think about the Chiefs?
I agree with you. The running back room looked rough. You can't just make Mahomes do everything. Partly they were throwing so much because they were playing from behind, but without a dominant defense that they're used to, the Chiefs just don't have the firepower that we're expecting from them. So, they always find a way to figure stuff out, but I don't think there's going to be enough to get over the Eagles.
Right, and let's just talk about it real quick. I ranted about them. I talked about the Chargers. That was sorry about that. Um, these teams have a lot of the same players. They really do. But the Chiefs lost Reed at safety. They lost Tuniak, or I know they signed some other offensive linemen. But other than that, it's the same pretty much offense coming into this game. And the Eagles, they have a lot of different guys on defense. They lost a lot of veteran guys, but older guys as well, except Sweat, Milton, Williams. But Williams, he was a rotational guy who got a massive contract. I'm not really crying over Milton Williams. And they did CJ Gardner Johnson, which I think was the bigger loss in the defense. And Darius Slay got tore up by the Jets. So I'm worried about that loss. So pretty much these teams have a guy the same players. So I'll go first. I'm ranting like a crazy man. Let me give you guys some betting stats here real quick. And oh, by the way, the Eagles really have nobody. Oh, they do have somebody significant of injury who's looking like it's doubtful. It's going to be a game time decision. Dallas Goddard, who is the safety blanket, Mr. Reliable, the guy fights for yards. He is very down game time decision to play this game. So keep an eye on that. I like that you mentioned that the linebackers for the Eagles, Campbell, if he plays like that every game, he's going to be the steal of the draft. I'm just saying it. He'll be one of the steals, okay? Because he played like a guy, cornerback guarding those tight ends. He was great pass defensively wise. So I'm glad you said that. Him and Bond are going to be great. But the only thing significant for the Eagles is that Dallas Goedert is going to be a game time decision. Bigsby will play this game from the Jaguars. The other guy they got, he is going to be their second backup. Will Shipley, the second running back, has fractured ribs. He's not going to play this game. But Bigsby is going to be slotted in, but he's also going to do kick returns, and Zadarius will play this. Worthy is out for this game for them. Other than that, not too many big Royals. The other wide receiver is questionable. So those are the teams significant for the Chiefs. So with that, I'll go first. The Eagles, these teams are almost similar. I think it's probably gonna be not gonna be a blowout like the Super Bowl. So I'm not expecting that. But I think the Eagles are going to keep it. I think the Eagles still have that mentality that, hey, these are the Chiefs. They beat us that one time in the Super Bowl. We had them. I think there's still going to be some vengeful hate there. The Eagles are 10-4 against the spread in the last 14 games. The Eagles are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 road games. And the Eagles are 9-0. 9-0 straight up in their last 9 games against AFC opponents. They had the AFC's number, okay? Not to be a homer. I'll just do some things for the Chiefs, and I'll let Adam speak for once. The Chiefs are 13-0 straight up in their last 13 home games, so they're ripping at home. Let's don't forget they won a lot of one-score games, games that are less than a touchdown. That is not going to happen again. And they're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games because they couldn't cover. So, with all that being said, I'm being a big homer, baby. You can tell. I don't care. Jalen Carter, that violent human being, that guy who's that guy's gonna take it all in there. That guy, he was one of the most double teamed lineman in all football. He's gonna eat those games, baby. They're gonna have Zadarius Smith, the great Packer and the great Viking, comes to the Eagles. I think he'll get some sacks. Nolan Smith, Hunt, Jalen Carter is a game wrecker, and I know those Eagles. They're gonna Barkley. I think Barkley's gonna take the next step up. He probably wants to get over 100 yards in the KC. Give me them to cover. Hell, I might say I'll move it. I'll say they'll cover 3.5 points, not just 1.5. Adam, you go ahead.
You took the words out of my mouth at the end there. I was going to say that I would take him by way more than 1.5 points with Jalen Carter coming back. I think that defense is going to be dominant. Something to prove after last week. I know they won, but I think a lot of people kind of it was almost a loss to the Cowboys. So I think the Eagles come back with a vengeance and beat some ass.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look like an ass if they don't come and win. Come on here for the people who do watch this TikTok, the YouTube Shorts. We get a lot more viewers there. Come and rub it in my face and be like, "You were on some good crack." Okay, I'm glad, but I'm taking this. I think the Eagles still have it in them. So give us the Eagles to cover, and finally, maybe the kingdom will just keep on crumbling, just like every kingdom around the world. It get a coup happens, and no more blah blah blah. See you later, Chiefs Kingdom. All right.